Planet Dolan.
What animated series got knocked off to create a toy called the Demon Donkey? Who is Robert, and why does he keep getting toys made about him? Here are 15 obvious but hilarious knockoffs of their more famous counterparts. Hi there, my name is Doopy, and I'm here to tell you some really interesting things that you might not have heard before. Number 15, Star Knight. There are many questions to be asked here, and there probably aren't answers to any of them. When did Darth Vader become a traffic cop? Why does his motorcycle have training wheels? And mystery bump and go action. Are they trying to say this thing has force powers? Number 14, Confusion. Maybe a backpack isn't a toy exactly, but there's just so much going on here. There's Sonic the Hedgehog having some weird color palette problems next to the word Obama. The top of the backpack says Harry Potter, which is pretty much the only thing that references Harry Potter on the whole bag. And there's the number 10 on Sonic's stomach. And just, why is any of that happening? Number 13, Nintendo Polystation. Again, there's a lot to break down here. Obviously, Nintendo doesn't make the PlayStation. Sony does, and it's not called the Polystation. And yet they have an attempt at the Nintendo logo in the middle, the actual PlayStation logo in the top right, and in the bottom left, it just says Namco, which is a completely different game company. Also, this box appears to contain a PlayStation 1, a controller, and a real gun. So, you know what to do. Number 12, Super Transformable Thomas. For most of these, you're gonna see bad knockoff products nobody would ever buy on purpose. This one might be an exception, because what if Thomas the Tank Engine, but Transformers, and also Voltron? Well, one Chinese company decided to answer that question. And the answer is a creepy smiling face on top of the combined bodies of that train's good friends. Number 11, Woody and Buzz. This doesn't really look that bad, right? It's just Woody and Buzz from Toy Story 3. Buzz is barely the size of Woody's hat, and that's kind of weird, but comparatively, it doesn't seem that bad. That is, until you notice that Woody has a voice clip installed that makes his chest light up and produces the sound of machine guns and somebody saying, "Fire, fire, don't move, drop the gun!"
Fire, fire!
Number 10, Demon Donkey. Hey, shoutouts to all my Little Pony fans out there, or the fun, netty, lovely fans. Anyway, here's everyone's favorite pony, Demon Donkey. This is probably a good time to point out that ponies and donkeys are completely different species, but that doesn't even scratch the surface of what's wrong here. Number 9, Leonis Girl. You know, at least they're being honest here. You can see from the font that they're going for a Disney princess angle, but the characters on the package clearly aren't Disney princesses, they're just random generic girls. Blandness girls, if you will. See? It works. Number 8, Franstromers. In case you had any doubt about what this is supposed to be, it actually says Transformer Robot on the bottom. So it's not like they just didn't know how to spell it in the first place. The bottom of the package even says Robots in Disguise, though at this point, they might as well call them Dobots in Disguise. Number 7, Special Man. The outfit is a knockoff, the color is a knockoff, they even ripped off the 3D effect on the font. But no, don't be fooled. This isn't a bird or a plane. This is Special Man, not that other guy. He's not really that super, but he's very special in his own way. Number 6, Spook Chasers. Okay, you can tell just from the packaging that this is supposed to be a Ghostbusters knockoff, and in that context, it makes sense. However, in the context that this is an extremely offensive racial slur, it makes a lot less sense. Sure, China probably didn't know what they were doing. They dumped the words ghost and buster into a thesaurus and just happened to come up with this, but probably best not to collect them all on these ones. Yikes. Number 5, Mighty Mutant Power Turtles. Where to even begin? The name is exactly half of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And of course, the secretive goo just sounds wrong, especially considering this is bubblegum. But let's talk for a minute about how the characters in the package are not turtles. It looks like we have a rabbit in orange, a mouse in blue, a bear in yellow, and maybe a reindeer? And why does the bear have toilet paper? Number 4, Superman Comeback. This one actually is Superman instead of Special Man, and it seems obvious that this is a reference to Superman Returns, even though Superman Comeback doesn't exactly have the same ring to it. But there's just one little issue. Why is Superman coming back while riding a velociraptor? The movie wasn't Superman Returns on a dinosaur, but hey, maybe it should have been. That actually sounds like a better movie. Number 3, Don't Be Angry. This game thinks it can tell you how to feel before you even buy it. And really, if it's already trying to stop you from being angry when it's still sitting on the shelf, then there's a good chance that it's just a bad relationship waiting to happen. Get you a board game that apologizes properly instead of trying to manipulate your emotions. Number 2, Knight Rider becomes Robert. You remember that time when Knight Rider became a Transformer named Robert? Oh, sorry, that is when Knight Rider becomes Robert. Well, somebody had to have remembered it, or had some sort of crazy fever dream about it. But don't you worry, Robert isn't done yet. This isn't even his final form. Number 1, Robert Cop. After he went from Knight Rider to Robert, he goes from Robert to Robert Cop. They couldn't use the word RoboCop for this, so they had to change part of it. And for some reason, they decided to change the Robo part to just some guy's name. The result is Robert Cop. It could have been Robo Officer, or Robo Police, or even Robo Guy, but no, Robert Cop. Like a guy named Robert who just happens to be a cop, and apparently also Knight Rider.
What? Don't you, Dolan? Did you know that we have a countdown book featuring some of our best scripts on sale now? Links down below for the physical and ebook versions.
Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.